Proud of this team. Proud of our fan base. Proud of this community. We're going to change this out. Really proud of how these kids fight for each other, how they care about each other, how they love each other. They deserve to be champions. And it's not just, we're going to talk about, the plays and the hits and the outs. We're going to talk about all that stuff, but the intangibles, I guess, that nobody understands about this group is how much they love each other, how much they care about each other, how much they fight for each other. This kid in the middle, Macy Smith, is so selfless. What a selfless kid. How many programs would you have a kid just sitting there, not getting away, not getting to throw innings, and she's in the game every pitch, fighting for this team, fighting for Alex, fighting for whoever has the ball. I'm so happy that the game rewarded her. Aleah, y'all don't remember redshirting. I mean, how hard is that? Come in as athletic as she is and just redshirt and sit there for a year and wait her turn. And that's what this program is about. It's about kids that believe in each other, they love each other, they trust each other. And that's how you build championship teams. It's not about a hit in a lucky moment or a pitch or a call. It's about building those relationships. It's about doing the stuff that you need to do day in and day out to develop the bonds, develop the love, develop the culture, develop the belief in each other. So when you get in a situation like this, when the adversity does show up, that circle of safety doesn't crack. It stands strong. And they stood strong today, and they're champions, and they're proud, and they deserve it. The other point I want to make is this community and this university and this fan base is second to none. They're our inspiration. They're the wings, the wind beneath our wings. They've supported and loved these kids in this program for a lot of years. And I'm proud. It makes me feel so good that it makes the fan base and the community so proud to be a part of us.
Macy, how difficult or easy was it to be ready that quick, and how much do you think it helped you that you didn't even have to think about when you might or might not go in?
Well, we always preach playing free, so I feel like, that whenever I was called on, it was just another thing that we were supposed to do. We're going to go out there and compete no matter who it is, no matter if I'm sitting on the bench or if I'm out there playing. I always have that mentality, is just to compete and compete with my sisters, which makes it really fun, so it's good.
I heard you when you came on the field and you said you had cotton mouth and your teammates were saying, just breathe. Just breathe.
Yeah.
So talk about after that first inning how you really settled in and got comfortable out there.
Well, yeah, I would be lying if I didn't say, if I said I wasn't nervous. So, well, they're always there for me, and they're always cheering me on and getting me to go and everything. And it becomes fun when you're playing with them. You're playing with your sisters, you're playing with your best friends. It just becomes, it's not a game anymore. It's something that y'all love to do together. And I think that was the most heart-wrenching thing. And it was just, I don't know, it's great to just play with all of them. And no matter what role I have, it's just great to play with them. And it's just fun, I don't know.
Talk about what your pregame was like today. Alex was starting, but did Coach tell you that you needed to be ready, or how did it go pregame?
Well, it just like any other pregame, we're always ready no matter what. It's just we are always putting ourselves into the situations of the game, and then if we're called on to do it, then we're ready because we've been putting ourselves in those situations. And we've kind of just, our motto is play free, and I feel like it's just fun. I don't know. That's what I keep on saying. It's just fun to go out there.
So you had warmed up before the game, just like you were going to step out and just throw the first pitch.
Yes.
Aleah,
So your birthday's tomorrow?
Yes, it's
I guess?
tomorrow.
Yeah. So like I guess there's not really a better way to bring in a birthday than to hit what was essentially a game-winning grand slam.
Yeah, it was great. And it just happened that way.
Were you anticipating? I mean, when your teammates raised you up on the shoulders after the game and sang "Happy Birthday"?
Yeah, I kind of was. I kind of knew they were gonna do that. I didn't know they were gonna pick me up.
Were you just getting pitches that you liked, or were you predicting correctly what was coming at you, or what was the key to it?
Well, I had a plan up there. Are you talking about the last at bat or all of them?
Well, all of them, but especially the grand slam.
Well, yeah, on that one I was really sitting in. I was looking for that pitch. But the rest of the at-bats, my mentality is just to compete. With 2 strikes, I know she can't throw anything past me. So my job up there is to go up there and put the best swing on the ball that I can.
What pitch were you looking for on the grand slam? You said you
Inside,
got
yeah, I was inside.
Yeah, she does like the inside one.
Yeah, I was sitting on that one.
So you say you wanted you were looking for a pitch you can take out of the ballpark then? I mean, I guess that's not necessarily what you guys. That's your approach to the plate.
Yeah, I was just looking for a pitch that I could hit hard.
Was it in your mind at all at that point to get it to run rule, or were you?
Oh no, not at all. It was just to win the pitch, to win the at bat.
Well, a lot of your teammates said yesterday that this isn't the most important championship, but how good does it feel to win this tournament?
It feels really good to win. We work so hard every day to be the best we can, and we go through struggles and we go through failures, and just to come out here and compete anyways and find a way through it is always great.
To get a little bit of both sides, a back and forth game the other day and kind of a blowout thing today.
Yeah.
How much is experience both ends of that do you think will help you in the regional?
I think this tournament prepares us for what we'll see in the tournament, in the NCAA tournament. Just teams that are going to go at us. They're going to give us their best, and we have to find a way through it.
Rupp has been very, very good against basically everyone but y'all. How have y'all managed to hit her? Is there any particular thing that y'all done to?
I mean, we kind of know the pitches she has, so we go in there and we practice those. And our plan at the plate is just to win the pitch. And I mean, obviously we win the pitch a lot, but I don't think there's. I don't know why she's not good against us. I don't know.
Macy, how much did it help yesterday going out throwing 2 innings against that same team? Kept coming in today.
I guess it got me ready, but I don't know if it like benefited. I'm sure it did, but that's what happens. It was just I tried to keep the same mentality that I had from that, because it was always just go at this pitch, win this pitch, and if you put your all into it, no matter what happens, that was meant to be with that play. So that's what I feel like it helped me with mentality to carry it over into the next game.
It looked like you could pitch all day, but before the Grand Slam, were you thinking, let's take the easy route on this, or were you not thinking about that either?
Oh, I was having fun in the dugout with them, celebrating, and I just whatever I was needed for, I was ready to do. So.
Macy, where's the nickname Mama Mace?
Oh boy. Well, it originally started with Alex. She's my roommate, and I've kind of just been her mom through college, but it just flowed over. I love them like that's weird. They're my sisters, so they wouldn't be my daughters, but but I just love them, and I want the best for them, and no matter if they like it or not, I'm always going to try to help them do their best in all the situations they're in.
If somebody told you were going to pitch a no-hitter basically in the championship game of the conference tournament a few weeks ago, what would you have thought?
I would have been, all right, well, that's cool. I hope that happens. But, I mean, it's just, you can't really think about the future and, like, that kind of stuff. You just have to play with the now. And, yeah, I would have been like, okay, well, that's awesome. But, yeah, I'm glad our team fought, and we fought through the whole entire tournament, and we had each other's backs the whole entire time. And it just shows how much we love each other and that we're willing to fight for each other no matter what happens.
Leah, what was going through your head when Mike sent you on the near inside the Parker in the first inning?
Well, I really wasn't expecting, but I wasn't expecting to be sent home. But whenever I ran at third base, I was just trying to find a way to get in there. But I still got out. But it's okay.
It
Just
happens.
to risk it. I think it's good to risk it.
Anything else? Good? All right, coach.
Thank you.
If you'd have been running harder, you'd have made it.
I don't know. Can I just leave that? Hopefully that was okay. Thank y'all.
Thank you. All right, we'll start with questions for President Knight.
You obviously had no hesitation bringing Macy back in, but having to come that early, did that, was
We were
that
gonna
be a
s-
concern?
No, we were gonna start if we weren't gonna go through the game with Alex having the issue with illegal pitches. So he caught it on the first pitch of the game, and then I walked out there and of course we talked about it all day yesterday. I said, Alex, you're gonna have to drag. I mean, or I was going to call it. He caught it the first pitch, caught it the third pitch, and he caught it the fifth pitch, and that's it. My mind said to start Macy. Alex wanted a shot. I was going to see how the umpires were going to interpret the rule, and then there was no doubt in my mind. And when he caught it the first pitch, I almost changed right there. Macy's a good matchup against them. My kid, she showed a lot of courage, she did. Especially the first inning when she came in and she made the error right away. So that first and second, nobody out. She only struck out 2. She got the one of that inning. And then, I mean, that was her moment. Well, I guess she had the cotton mouth and all that stuff. That was the moment in the game where she got out of that, and then she basically sailed from there.
The Grand Slam. Do you sense at all something like that coming in that situation? Is she somebody who typically can step up to that?
You think it's coming? I thought it was coming with the Lexi. I mean, she's got to challenge him in. Bases loaded. Then I sensed it with Kelsey. Swung right through it. And then Aleah got it. I mean, it's some big hitters taking some hacks. She got the first 2, and she didn't get through the last one. That's kind of like the philosophy. Just keep taking those hacks until we can score one.
After the back and forth game, how important is it to go into the tournament on a convincing win?
What's concerning about the back and forth game is the way it went back and forth. I mean, we're not going to be able to have that stuff going on. The illegal pitches, the walks, the errors. I mean, if you have that kind of game next week, it's not going to turn out the same way.
Besides this week, how much has she dealt with that with the illegal pitches? Is it just a crew thing, or is it consistent?
This is a good crew. I mean, they sent some good umpires here. One's been to World Series, 3 have been in Super Regionals. This is a good crew. This was like top quality umpires. The way they interpreted it today is the way it's going to be interpreted next week. Which is a good thing. It's a good thing that we got these umpires this week instead of coasting through this week without them interpreting it, and then now we're dealing with that next week.
Can you fix that or address that in a couple days?
That's a great question. That's a great question. That's what we're going to be trying to do. Stay tuned, huh?
How frustrating is it that it comes down to an interpretation?
It's we know it's not fresh. We know the game. It's been something they've been emphasizing for the last 3 years. This is something that our fans get frustrated, obviously, but Alex, you're gonna remember, Alex it's the first time for her on this stage. So what she's going through is new to her too. And everybody was wondering, well, what happened with Alex? Maybe some nerves, maybe some emotions. It's good that she got a little taste of some of that too. And it's different playing at home and being on the road and all of that good stuff. That's another step in her development. What's good about today is if she struggles again next week, maybe we got a kid with some confidence that can walk in there and give us a shot.
I was gonna wonder, how does it change the dynamics now, knowing you got somebody who can handle pressure, can you even go like back and forth starts or something like that, or?
We talked about that during the week of the press conference, which was, you're not going to win in postseason, ride one arm. I mean, I kept saying that when Kylie went down, I got nervous, thinking who's going to be the other one to step up. The opportunity, we want to try to ride this tournament with one. Maybe the softball gods are beating a stubborn old man on the head, saying, come on now, you better get another one ready.
That 7-run fourth, before Aleah hit the grand slam, you had single, infield single, walk, infield single, setting that up. I know you kind of take pride in your girls passing the bat down the lineup and getting it done that way. So to see you kind of just like keep cracking at the dam before you got the big shot to break it open, is that something you just kind of enjoy?
And I love the way the hitters were locked in this weekend. Really, the last 2 or 3 weekends, those kids have been locked in, and it's not just been one hitter. I mean, everybody in this lineup, even with the ESPN crew here, was talking about Elkins. They came in, and that's all they wanted to talk about. I mean, Lexi's just trying to get her timing back. The supporting cast, not too shabby. Those kids stood in and fought. And every time they had an opportunity, they had a plan. They knew what they wanted to do. And today they executed. Sometimes you have a plan and you know what you're looking for and you're not able to execute. Today we had the plan, we were prepared, and we executed. That's always fun.
And you guys, I'm sure you anticipated seeing Rupp out there again today. What have you all been able to do to be successful against her where other people haven't had that success?
I mean, I can't compare it because I only know what we're head up with her, and she's good. She's got good command, and she's got plus spins. She's got a 3-time Olympian calling her pitches. Our kid just stood in and fought. We got kids who fight. That's all I know what to tell you. And there's gonna be a day down the line where she gets us. That's the nature of the game. Today it was for the Cajuns. Today was our day.
Coach Ingley said this game wouldn't make or break the season. How nice is it heading into the regional, with a lot of momentum?
It's good to be the conference champs. I told a couple of y'all walking in there, it never gets old. Just see how excited those kids are and how proud they are, and really how proud the fan base is. You get a label. You get a label now. You get to say we're champions. And in my mind, the older I get, I don't need the labels. I've been believing in this group and singing their praises the whole year. They're winners and they're champions. Now that they get the label and other people get to see them the same way that I've got to see them the whole year, that's a good thing. Because it's the perception now is reality. Those kids, they deserve to be champions. They are champions. They've earned it. They do the right thing day in and day out. You're talking about this is a quality group of kids, and this is an unbelievable fan base. And it's a great university. So the label hopefully it attaches to all of us. The team, the fan base, and the university. And I'm a Cajun, I'm a Cajun to my core. It's where I went to school. It's where I met my wife. It's where I've been my whole life. It's where my daughter is. I mean, we're Cajuns to our core. So, in some small way, it makes us proud that people perceive our community and what we love and who we are as champions. Because in our hearts, that's what we are. We're the best of the best. I believe that to my core.
At the end of a championship game, people always sort of gravitate toward the circle, but it seemed like there was a little more excitement today when they were all running at Macy. Did you feel that way?
They call her Mama because she takes care of those kids. She's so selfless. She spends her whole day taking care of other people. And today was her day. And the team, you're right, they gravitate towards her. She got emotional, but the team, she's going to keep, just think about this. A year ago, she didn't even make the roster to be in the dugout. Now she's throwing a no-hitter in the championship game. And it's the comments I just made. It's a kid who has done it the right way. Cared about other people around her. Worked hard every day even though she wasn't getting to pitch and participate. Been involved in the scout reports. Preparing as though she was going in the next pitch. Fight with her teammates whether she was in the game or not. It's a storybook story. It's a fairy tale story. And you almost don't believe it.
Anything else, Coach?
Yeah, I think it's great coaching, but it's not. It's just fairy tale.